Got him. Good one. Rip and drag right under the boat again. Yeah, bigger striper. Ooh, yeah. Now we're fishing.
Not long ago, I decided to ditch the corporate grind to pursue my passions for traveling and the great outdoors. So I sold everything, moved into a trailer full-time, and now I'm fishing my way across the entire country.
There we go. Fish on.
Look at that!
You're watching Field Trips with Robert Field.
That was insane!
Yeah.
Feeling better now?
Good to see you, man. Good to see you, man.
How you doing?
Good, dude. Well, I'm doing better now.
I was like, it's got to be deep and slow because we're in North Texas. I had no idea this was here.
What, the river?
This like ridge line and like, no, this like elevation changes.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Yeah, it's different than Whitney.
Yeah, way different. I've only ever fished it below Whitney, so I've never been up here.
Yeah, it's fun.
This is sweet. Look at this, we're still loading up. Unloading the kayaks. Brooks just made, what, one cast? On the spook.
Yeah.
I'd say that's a good sign. I haven't even started yet. And look at that. 2 casts after that one. Brooks is hooked up again. Is that stripe? Striper. Little baby.
Oh yeah, little baby.
Well, there's 2 species checked off this morning. Just grab them.
Yeah, when he does that. There we go. That's the release I was wanting.
There it is. Nice work.
I've got a history with those guys.
Yeah.
And doing exactly that. Put one in my thumb one time and stud the striper on it.
Mmm.
Yeah. All right.
It's always a good time.
One more?
One more, but then we're late. All right, guys, we just got here to the Brazos River. Fishing with my good buddy, Brooks Beatty. I flew him out here to help me. Oh, you're on. Look at that.
The better fish.
Look at that. Wow. Yeah, and as I was about to say, we're here about to launch the Lightning kayaks, but Brooks is over here catching striper.
All right, I'll stop.
Right here at the launch. Yeah, that's fish number 3. I can't get through a sentence without this guy hooking up. Nice.
All right, I guess we'll get on the water. Good gosh. Golly. I'm just gonna head home. I'm good, dude.
I'm good. All right, guys, so we're out here on the Brazos River, as I was saying, with Brooks Beatty from JK Media House, and we're here with Matt Scotch, who's already launched. He's left us behind. We're taking too long. We're in a hurry, so we're gonna get on the water. He said the sunrise bite is key today. But yeah, Matt Scotch, a good buddy of mine. I've known him a long time. Here from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, so the river's looking absolutely gorgeous. But we gotta go. We're already in trouble, so we're gonna get on the water. I'll see you out there.
Don't make Papa Scotch mad.
You won't like him when he's angry. Got this hula popper from Catch Company. I got this in my mystery tackle box. You should see the action of this thing. See if we can't snag one real quick. On.
Saw a beeline for it. That was a bass.
Yeah, that was a bass. Not a striper. It's more like a largemouth. All right, well, there it is. Hula Popper 2.0 from Catch Company. First cast. There's fish. I'd say they like it. Got these new pliers from Gerber. Loving these things. And this guy he wanted it. He's got every treble on the bait in his mouth. Yeah. All right, let this beautiful gal go. We'll go launch the kayak, see if we can't get some more. Nice.
As we begin to work our way downriver, the landscape immediately opens up, and I am blown away by the sheer vastness of this wild place. Between the constantly changing scenery and anticipation of what may lie beyond each bend, river floats are far and away my favorite way to freshwater fish from a kayak. And if I know Matt, we're about to get into some serious action.
You on? Is it decent?
Nice. First fish from Matt Scotch this morning. Decent striper. You were saying about 5 to 10 pounds we'll catch him, right? About as big as right now.
I mean, there's big ones, but I doubt we're gonna. A lot of those have been fished out and they're right below the dam.
Yeah. I'd say release it. If we catch some later, yeah, we'll keep some. But nice.
Matt Scotch said that moving baits are the ticket. So I'm throwing this Exo Swim by Biospawn. Really been digging these paddle tails lately. And then this is the Flashbang from Heavy Metal, which is also a Catch Company brand. Trying something with a little bit of flash. If they're not biting, if they're not liking this, then I may move to a hook without a flash on it, something a little more subtle. If that doesn't work, I may switch to like kind of a fluke type bait, something a little more finesse. But this morning, while the light's low, he's saying that's when these fish will be most active. We're here in the summertime, obviously. It's hot. So I'm gonna see while they're maybe feeding a little more aggressively, if we can't get a big boy on this kind of bigger swim bait. A little flash, get him fired up. Action looks great, looks killer in the water. See if we can't get a fish to give her a nibble. Nice, Matt's on the Alabama rig. He said solid striper. He's thinking. I saw it, I thought he was hung up. Pulled right there at the boat. Did it look decent?
Yeah, it was probably 6-7 pounds.
6-7 pounds? God, I thought you were hung up the way that rod bent when you set the hook.
Oh no.
You were like, oh yeah. I was like, nah, that's a stick. Seems like these the striper are kind of more out in the middle, and maybe the largemouth kind of tend to be a little more behind structure.
They'll get out in the middle together, especially in the summertime. It gets hot. This water gets a little slow. I mean, this is just a little transitional spot where there's a narrow area on the river that empties into a bigger, larger, kind of like a pool. And those fish sit right there at that transitional spot, waiting for bait to come through.
Makes sense. All right, so Matt's getting them pretty consistent on the A rig, the Alabama rig. I've not thrown it much in my life, but I know that it works. It works everywhere. It's basically just kind of it looks crazy, right? Like an umbrella rig. So we're gonna put 5 baits on this guy. And so last night, Scotch told us that this was a good strategy. So I've got some pre-rigged jig heads with these Exo Swims from Biospawn on them. Brooks used some super glue to make sure this holds up on multiple fish, so we're not having to constantly switch out these plastics. All right, so this is how I got it rigged up. I basically got 4 of these smaller. These are 3, I think, a 3 1/4 inch Exo Swims, these Biospawn baits, and then the middle guy that sticks back, that's often the one that gets hit, I've got a little bit bigger. This is a 4-inch Exo Swim. So this basically is imitating a little school of bait fish, obviously. Yeah, this seems to be where the most consistent action is coming in. So see if we can't get some fish on that. Oh yeah, a little school of fish. That looks good. Give it a shot. Yep. I don't think it's real big. Nah. Looks like a striper. Oh yeah, I was reeling it. All right, that did not take long. Oh, he choked it. Wow, inhaled, and there it is. It's on that back, the bigger Exo Swim from Biospawn. Even though this is not a giant striper, just a little guy, but smoked the Alabama rig. That was one of the first few casts with it, so pretty little fish. Let this guy go. And I was seeing Bus. I was actually filming beautiful, whoa. Yeah, there are fish feeding in this section for sure. And look at this bait, look at this striper feeding right here. It's gotta be striper feeding, but they're busting bait out of the water. Oh, look at that, Brooks is on. Feel decent? Came off. They're chewing in here though, huh? I'm seeing them tossing these gizzard shad out of the water. Matt said there's a lot of gizzard shad in the river right now. And he said that when these fish are really aggressively feeding, you'll know it, because you'll see shad getting popped out of the water. And we're seeing that now all of a sudden, and sure enough, all of a sudden we're hooking up. Look at that, right under the boat. Right under the boat. God, he inhaled it too. They're not being shy about this Alabama rig. These Exo Swim paddle tails are really getting it done.
Well, that'd be sick to get it.
That little guy.
Topwater hit the swim.
All right, so living in an RV full time, I actually have like a mail service where all my mail, my mailing address, my mail goes there, but I constantly move, right? So I can't have like a permanent address. So this mailing service, they forward my mail. So I just got my mail forwarded, and I had the last 2 months worth of mystery tackle box, the Pro box, the Bass box, in my mail. I saw this one, and Scotch had told me that moving baits were working well in here. So this one had a pretty heavy concentration of that. So this is the one I brought here. It's got this Strike Pro sinking jointed swim bait. And he's saying they're eating gizzard shad. This to me looks exactly like a gizzard shad. So I'm gonna tie this on right now. Also in here, we've got some of these Exo Swim 4.75, 4 3/4 inch swim baits. I've been loving these swim baits. And what I always say is important in a paddle tail, even when you're moving that thing slow, this tail still has good action. So if you're in a position or maybe a time of year where slow rolling is the way to go, you're still gonna get that nice wobble. And these have that. I've been loving these Exo Swim. So I'm throwing an Alabama rig today. I've got a big one of these on the back, the big hook, and then I've got 4 of the smaller Exo Swims on the surrounding hook. So it's kind of like one big guy in the back of the school, and that's the one that's getting hit the most. So using those today. I've also got a spinner bait in here. Matt Scott said those would work great here. And then I've got the Runt from Carl's Bait and Tackle in here. And now this thing moves a lot of water. It basically is right below the surface, kind of like a wake bait, but it's just got a really aggressive wobble to it. So really nice action. And as these striper busting gizzard shad out of the water, I could throw this in there. It's gonna kind of get their attention and get smacked, hopefully. But yeah, if you guys want to try out Mystery Tackle Box, again, it's like I would never go buy this because I didn't even know it existed. But this box really kind of opens your eyes up to some sweet baits. I mean, every box there ends up being 2 or 3 things that I go then later and buy a couple packs. You can get them from Carl's Bait and Tackle, 30% off if you join Carl's Club. Yeah, just been kind of really loving this system. Go to Mystery Tackle Box, get to try out some new lures, and then the ones that I like, I go to Carl's Bait and Tackle. I'm part of Carl's Club. I get 30% off all my orders. And yeah, it's really kind of expanded my arsenal of baits to throw. Got him. Big striper, bro. Oh my God. I just watched him come up and annihilate that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was better.
Right on cue. Right after we were just talking about that. Brooks is on again. Smash the topwater.
Another striper.
I like this.
It's fun, huh?
This catching fish stuff.
Yeah, catching fish. Who knew? It's a good time. Someone should have told us. Yeah, topwater striper action. Can't beat that. Those new Gerber pliers.
Just don't have any give up in them. They go till they can't go anymore.
Yep.
I'm on. Fish on. I'm assuming a largemouth on the YakFish. Yes. Not a big guy.
Scotch is hooked up again.
I'm on the that hula popper too. Ooh.
Ended up having a big old gar eat it.
Just wearing them out. Big, small, you name it. They're liking it.
All right, Brooks is gonna let this beautiful bass go, man. Great fish. Topwater, huh?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna throw it till they stop eating it.
Yeah, heck yeah.
No sir. Where are they at?
What? What? Oh, there they are. Grow up.
Look at that. Good one. Good one. Rip and drag right under the boat again. I almost wonder if it's when I turn it up. Oh, no. That was the strongest pull I felt today. Lord have mercy. He was smoking drag, jeez. Woo, ye doggies.
Yeet yeet. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Great fish. Matt Scotch here showing us how it's done.
Always misleading. These stripers are so strong for their size. So a lot of times it'll feel like a monster and then you see it, you know, decent, but not quite what you were expecting or hoping for. Yep, fish on. Oh, she spit it right there. Bummer, man.
Hey man, when they're hitting topwater in the middle of the day in July, I'll take it all day.
Matt said they'll eat it all day, so I went back to throwing topwater and this guy came up and smoked it.
Scotch hooked up with a good one? Striper?
He just hit it right next to the boat. I got one, decent striper.
That's a good river striper there, I don't care who you are. Everything in the river always bites harder. So Matt here and his partner and buddy of mine, Joe Davis, they are the guides for Lone Star Kayak Guides. They do everything from the Brazos River here in North Texas
They do Central Texas trips, and they do coastal trips for redfish, speckled trout, all that. Brought us out here today, and this is one of the better days river fishing I've had in a while. We're like halfway through it.
Yeah, no, the fishing's good today. Nice July day, fish are biting. Can't complain, 90 degrees in July.
Yeah, right. That's a cold front here in Texas.
Yeah, enjoying this cold front. It's a little sunny today, but other than that, everything's pretty nice out here.
Nice. And then you also do crappie, right?
Yeah, we do some crappie fishing, white bass fishing. Seasonally, we chase the bite around. So if the bass aren't the most cooperative,
the wackies get you in the face.
If the bass aren't the most cooperative, we adapt and we catch other species.
Yeah. Well, I tell everyone, I mean, if you follow the kayak bass fishing tournament world, I know you know the name Matt Scotch. Every tournament he goes in, it seems like he's top 3, if not winning it. But yeah, I tell everyone, you're one of the better anglers I've ever met, bro, for sure.
I appreciate that.
And yeah, so if you guys want to get on some fish in Texas, really doesn't matter for what, Matt is the guy to call. Matt and Joe.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you, man. It's a killer day. All right, so we're kind of here in the middle of the day now. It is hot. The wind slowed down. Well, now it's actually picking up. That might help. But basically, the bite slowed down. So the action on even the Alabama rig really kind of crawled to a halt. So we kind of been switching up tactics. I got a couple on the popper. We've gotten a couple on some craw patterns. Got a couple small ones on the wacky Senko. So I mean, the small guys are still eating. The bigger fish are not. But basically, we did a boomerang trip today. So unlike other river trips I've done where we put a truck down at the bottom, kind of like Brooks and I did on our 2 trips in North Carolina and South Carolina, we're actually turning around and we're going up against the current. Now, luckily the wind's heading up river, so it's helping us out a little bit. And the flow is not too bad, so it's not too hard to go in. But basically, we just came back up to one of these holes where we were catching striper earlier, and I just grabbed the Alabama rig for the first time in a couple hours, and first cast, I had striper follow to the boat, and second cast, I got thumped pretty good, and the fish came off after a couple seconds. So yeah, we're gonna kind of work our way back up, back towards the launch, and fish some of these productive areas that were really killing it for us earlier. The action's definitely slowed down, but there are fish in here still looking for an easy meal, so. There he is. Look at that. Oh, dude, good one. Hey, good something right under the boat. Hit right under the boat. Yeah, bigger striper, bigger striper. Woo! Yeah! Now we're fishing. It's not like a monster or anything, but definitely my big fish of the day. Do not have a net with me. Oh! That was a big striper of the day, for sure. Just got a good look at him right there. That was a good one, and he must have followed it all the way to the boat. I threw it behind that lay down over there, and he hit it right under the boat. He was tugging, dude. That was fun. Wouldn't mind a few more of those. Look at that. And Brooks is on. You're on too? Look at this. We're doubled up right now. Brooks is on. Is it good? Look at that, and I'm on. We're tripled up right now. Tripled up.
No, it's a big bass. Okay, Brooks. Get on, dog.
Careful, careful. Brooks is on with a good bass. I think I've got another good striper on. Jeez, non-stop action right now. Yep, I got a pretty good striper. Woo, he's got a good spotted bass or a largemouth. Just crazy right now. It's non-stop action right now. I mean, it's every cast. We're all hooking up left and right. We're just tripled up right there. Oh God, he ain't ready. He saw the boat. We have a little bit of a cold front coming through. We got down to like 65 last night, which Texas, you know, here in August, this is unheard of. Oh, I actually snagged him under the chin. He probably swiped at it and missed, but got hooked anyways. Nice. Now we're talking. Better caliber fish there. And right after that, now Matt just hooked up right next to me. Pretty sure he yanked that out from under my boat.
Just calm down, let me get you. Just calm down and let me get you.
Let me get you. Nice, another one. Man, just killer.
Put it back for someone else.
Yep. Let him go and let him go. Oh God. I just tied that on. Okay. Yep, fish out. It's got some weight to him. Another pretty decent one. Oh yeah, such a blast. I mean, look at this. Like I can't. I mean, this is the heaviest rod I brought with me to throw this Alabama rig, and I am not manhandling this fish by any means. Probably about the same size as that last one. See if I can't corral him in. I'm just gonna risk it. Yeah, look at that. Consistent, these exo swims. I mean, if one is good, 5 is better, and 5 is getting it done. Look, he actually bent this umbrella rig out. He was so strong. And I mean, that's no monster stripe or anything, but that is a fun fish on largemouth bass gear. These guys are just really strong for their size. Now, these fish are not native to Texas. They are stocked. Get a little picture of this guy for the angler app. So the sweet thing about this angler app, you hit the bullseye once to mark the catch, and what that does is it automatically brings up my camera on my phone. So I don't have to sit there and fumble around. He's just ready to go. Beautiful fish. Look at that. Go ahead and let this guy go. There he goes. Nice. Brooks got a good largemouth on. Good largemouth on the spook. He's been getting nonstop action on this topwater, even though we're in the middle of the day in July on a sunny day. Scotch is going over there to help him net it. Good one. Nice. Nice bass on the topwater. Holy shit. Oh, dude. It's a tank, bro. Yeah. Look at this largemouth. Look at this river largemouth, you guys. Bucket mouth.
That's the best fish I've caught in a long time.
Lone Star Kayak Guides putting you on some monsters.
Oh, that is a tank.
Look at that.
Gracious. My man, set through it all day.
Nice. 23 inches?
Yep.
23, man, that's a river hog right there. On the topwater, no less. Look at that. Nice kicker fish for Brooks here. Towards the end of the day.
Size 10-4.
That's a Texas size right there. Look at that.
Definitely thought that was a striper as hard as it smoked it, like they've been doing all day. And then when that thing jumped like 2 feet out of the water.
Oh man. Yeah.
Land this fish.
I about threw my rod down to grab the camera when I saw it jump.
Man, I've caught fish that big before. It was 23 inches, but it's been a while.
Yeah, and in a river no less.
Yeah,
I mean river 23 inches is like a lake 26
that
inch.
thing was healthy. It was a tank.
Yeah, great fish.
Big head. I guess that's what, is that what you come to Texas for?
That's what you come to Texas for, brother. Welcome. Welcome. You enjoying your stay?
I am.
Nice. Scotch is hooked up again. Says a nice striper. Yeah, good one. Woo-wee. 12 pounds. Look at that. Boost. Matt Scotch, stud striper here towards the end of the day. Says maybe about 12 pounds. I'd say that's big fish of the day. Brooks just stuck that stud largemouth. Here's a nice striper to follow it up. Beautiful fish.
Catch you again, Mom.
Nice. Slaying them today.
As we work our way back upriver, I take a break from fishing to stop and smell the roses. And I'm blown away at the beauty of this place that's been so close to home all along. The dramatic cliff faces and lack of development remind me of the Devils and Pecos rivers that I love so much. Texas is huge, so that region has always felt exotic and far away. Yet now I find myself in a similar landscape not very far from where I went to high school. It reminds me that you don't need to take a week off of work and drive 1,000 miles to really get out there. Do some research, ask around, or just take a drive around your town. In my experience, the best adventures are the ones you simply stumble right into. And it turns out, they may be found right down the road.
Uphills both ways kind of day. Woo! That was a lot of work getting back up there.
We probably didn't actually get any footage of that.
I didn't get any.
I didn't either.
Too busy trying to stay alive.
That was a lot of work. Harder than advertised. Matt Scotch, yeah, we'll just, go like 8 miles down and just run 8 miles back up current, back to the put-in. No big deal. Go do a boomerang trip on the Brazos, they said. It'll be fun, they said. My legs are like jello, man. Phew. Half pedaling, half paddling, half walking up the rapids. My math might be off there, watch this.
Oh, my bad.
Phew.
Yeah, what you said.
Working on that bikini body.
All right, guys. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode. That was a long day. We are exhausted, but Matthew Scotch here always delivers. Put us on all kinds of fish. I mean, just what an incredible day, man.
That's a good day of fishing.
Exceeded expectations. Like, middle of the summer, it's hot everywhere. It's tough to fish.
Yeah.
Came here and just wore them out. Wore ourselves out, I would say.
Yeah, we're exhausted.
And wore the fish
Long
out.
day.
Yeah.
It's a long day. Worth it though, worth it. Brooks has not spent much time in Texas. Got himself a 23-inch stud largemouth. Bunch of nice striper. Scotch got a huge 12-pound at least striper.
Big striper.
I got a bunch of solid fish. I mean, just non-stop action all day. Topwater bite on fire. A-rigs in a 2-foot river. Just so much fun. You guys want to come out here and do this, or go catch redfish or crappie or you name it in Texas, hit up Lone Star Kayak Guides. Matt Scotch and Joe Davis, they are two of the best anglers I know on the planet. They'll put you on some fish and show you a good time. But we're gonna get loaded up. I'm about to fall asleep standing up. Beep.
This is
Fit
mustard.
fam.
This is striper poo.
Striper poo?
Yeah, that's not mustard. I don't have any mustard on it today.
Nice. On Topwater, no less.
Yeah.
On a spook in the middle of the day in July.
Yep. Don't sleep on it.
Don't sleep on it. I'm about to tie one on. Huh? In the middle of the day at dinner time.
And we out. I gotta come up with a good one of those. Everyone's got their thing, like, you know, they do like the old, like the transition thing, you know what I'm talking about, Brooks? Where they're like, pop.
Yeah.
Or they're like,
The noggin, bump it, head it.
pop. Yeah, yeah. Do the old like, pop.